What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rest Hold Podcast, episode 26. Brought to you, as always, from your boys Tanner Fred and me, Zach Foreman. Tanner, say what's up.
What's going on, everybody? New year.
Same
new
us.
champions.
Yeah.
What, two new champions?
Two
new champions? Major championship changes?
A change in the landscape of WWE.
Of wrestling as a whole?
I mean, at all levels, WWE
Everything.
is shifting.
Shifting gears
I
in
don't-
a whole new direction.
And somehow this shift backed themselves into a different
massive
corner.
corner.
Yeah.
The biggest corner of all time.
You get yourselves a new champion, and what do you
and
do with
you
it?
blew it already because it was a bad decision.
It indeed was.
Before we get into all that,
Yeah, welcome back.
welcome back.
News and notes.
This is your first time listening?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Thank you for tuning along in with us.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing down below if you enjoy this kind of content. We do pay-per-view reviews, weekly reviews, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Rest Hold Podcast, Rest Hold _pod. We're on Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, Spotify. On our Instagram right now, we are currently doing Royal Rumble boxes.
Yes.
Got some nice prizes to give away for, the winners. If you're interested in that,
Yes. Get in on the Royal Rumble boxes ASAP.
link to our Instagram will be in the bio.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, click that. You'll find it. It's like a little thing. It's red. Has a
Yeah.
WrestleMania logo, Royal Rumble logo. Pretty good stuff there.
Do you want to win a Universal title? Do you want to win a WWE title? Get involved.
Get involved.
Buy
Yeah.
a box.
Buy a
It'll give you a
box.
reason to watch it.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
a little bit more fun.
It'd give you more of a reason to watch it.
Yeah.
Some may say.
Yeah. More exciting.
Yeah.
Get involved.
Yeah.
News and notes from around the league.
Outside the brass ring,
Yeah.
I don't got too much. Somebody signed with AEW.
There is a looming dream signing for AEW.
Yeah.
Rumor has it.
I think the general prediction consensus right now is Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, one Johnny Wrestling.
I believe either Rampage or Dynamite
Whatever.
is in Cleveland at the end of the month.
No, it's their Brawl at the Beach in Cleveland.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
that
Got it.
has beaches in Cleveland.
Is it? When is it? Do
The
you know the date?
26th, January 26th.
So Rampage. Okay. No, Dynamite.
I don't-
Dynamite's Wednesday.
I don't-
Dynamite. Yeah.
But-
okay.
Cleveland
Yeah, they have all
with-
of their beaches.
with beaches.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Ohio,
Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah.
Middle America.
Yeah, beaches. I
Okay.
mean, not
Yeah.
my call.
They're based in Florida.
Yes, but you went to Cleveland for your beach show. I mean, hey, that's neither here nor there. I feel like that got overlooked. But, I mean,
Oh, boy.
gotta give Cleveland
That's
something.
why it's got to be Johnny, right?
I feel like it has to be
Gotta
John.
be Johnny.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I mean, the other one's Windham.
Windham Rotunda.
He's the only other one that
No
I feel
ties
like,
to Cleveland, at least that I know
No,
of.
yeah.
Some more WWE releases.
Yeah. I don't want to say nobody notable, but nobody that you will.
In ring,
It will change
yeah.
what you watch on the television.
in ring talent, not necessarily. I mean,
The only
Thatcher's
one.
gone.
The only one you might notice a difference will be the Diamond Mine, as they fired their coach.
Yeah, but he wasn't even wrestling. He was just.
Yeah, but I'm saying just like you're like, oh, that guy's not on TV anymore.
And
Regal,
that big one.
no longer
yeah.
there. Yeah, that's a
Goodbye.
big one.
Best of luck on your future endeavors.
Yeah, shame. But
They were saying right before this, I was reading an article that it's rumored the belief now was those releases were direct shots at Triple H. Like, there's
Like
unhappy and drama behind the scenes. Like, NXT is dead. It's NXT 2.0. Everyone that was locked into NXT is, taking a hike.
Do you think Ciampa's going soon? Other than like,
Guess we'll see.
well, it's tough because like, who do you really include in that?
I don't know about
because like,
the talent even
because
necessarily.
because like, where's that line drawn? Is
Yeah.
like, well, is Grizzled Young Veterans a part of that? Is
Right.
Imperium a part of that?
I think it's more that the
people
that were writing it, like the original product itself, is like they're shifting. The paradigm has shifted in NXT officially.
Yeah, I mean, this could be one of those like tried to catch up but couldn't stay up kind of things.
Yeah.
Which is possible. Tough to teach an old dog new tricks sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
But-
I mean,
we only know so much.
yeah.
But if Regal was the manager and doing everything that he was like rumored to have been doing with like running NXT, like the
Well,
product was freaking good.
Yeah,
For
my
him
thing
to
is though,
just-
like, is Shawn next?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can't.
I feel like you can't fire Shawn.
Yeah, and like you're not gonna fire Triple H, and like that's of course a rumor, right? Like
Yeah.
dirt sheets
be-
will put
yeah.
out anything. Like you want to stir up and slander WWE. What's a better way to do it than?
I also feel like Shawn was more of a coach anyway.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he helped with the writing, but he's more of a coach.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But that's kind of it for the week of notable.
AEW had title
Yeah.
change as well.
Yeah.
Their tag team titles changed. I was dead wrong.
Mm. Yeah.
Young Bucks are not the champions.
Yeah, I told you.
Haven't watched ever.
Yeah.
It was Lucha Bros
Yeah.
and is now Jurassic Express.
Ray Phoenix had
Broke his arm.
Turns out it wasn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything I read was like he broke his arm.
It looked so gross and so nasty, but the report I saw today, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw it was just a dislocation.
Last thing I saw was last night, and then he broke his
Terrible,
arm.
yeah.
And he went to the hospital. That's all I
So
know.
who knows?
I didn't even
hope-
see it. Did it look bad?
No, I only heard from someone else.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah,
and
I
then
didn't see it.
I looked it up right away. But I feel bad because
Yeah, I mean,
he
he's
was
very young.
talented.
He's very. I mean, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
This
but
is a broken arm. Even worst case, broken arm is
Yeah.
normally not too bad.
but still,
Yeah, it's,
be a little more
you're on the
hesitant.
shelf for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. My only thing, and I saw like maybe one or two spots from the match, and it was like a spot where like it was like Luchasaurus and not Ray Phoenix, was it like Zero Del Medio, whatever his
Yeah.
name is? I'm not sure what his name is. They're like holding up Jungle Boy and Ray Phoenix like on the ropes, and they're doing like a tandem move.
Mhm.
And like I get it, it's cool. It's like a cool athletic spot,
Yeah.
but it didn't make sense to me. Because like why would you be doing this?
It's kind of, and like this is not to slight them because they are good and they're having a lot of success,
Yeah.
obviously, but it's like a spot fest and like
Yeah. It's indie. It's very indie.
and it's like I look at that and I'm like, while WWE might not be the most compelling and the
Yeah.
most like, they tend to be better than just setting up for a spot. It was very Women's Survivor Series or Women's War Games-esque where
Yeah.
they were just wrestling to a spot.
Yeah.
And like, sure, that has its audience, and when it hits well. But like, it's almost every match.
Yeah, there's a lot of the matches. I heard that, again, didn't watch it, but apparently Hangman and Bryan Danielson had a classic.
Yeah.
Heard it was really good. I heard they teased the draw again,
Oh,
but Hangman retained.
Yeah.
Clean. Bryan Danielson's first loss in AEW.
oh, I guess. Well, I mean, that's a major rub. Beating.
Oh yeah.
Daniel
Oh yeah,
Bryan.
100%.
But
I mean, Hangman's good.
yeah,
Hangman's
very
really good.
But I mean, what better way to make like your champion strong?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Beat a fan favorite,
Yeah, yeah.
a world-renowned wrestler. I guess a little bit more news and notes outside the brass ring. Okada,
I saw
From
this
New
as well. I
Japan.
saw this as well.
the Japanese Cena, some say, wants to fight CM Punk and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Potential crossover? Maybe. Maybe the dream signing isn't Johnny Gargano, but it's a New Japan wrestler.
Maybe. That would be
Jay
interesting.
White, maybe something to
Jay White as
bridge
well.
the gap.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
So we'll see. It'll be fun to see how that plays out. Anything that is good that comes of this is that more competition tends to make the product better.
Yeah, on both sides. So
I know WWE's kind of like in a lull on the weekly television programming, but outside of the Women's Survivor Series match, their pay-per-views have been on point lately.
pretty good. Yeah.
So
Definitely like above 6.5 sevens.
yeah, so I think that this is good for everyone.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah, I agree.
so.
I feel like day one was a bit of a letdown, but that was a little bit out of their control.
Yeah, it's not their fault that they had to extend matches
Mhm.
and then replace Roman Reigns. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to do that.
Yeah. And this is something we talked about that like while the Fatal 5-Way was very good,
Right.
it
very
was a
good.
little short,
Yes.
and like we were a little disappointed that at first, but then we started talking about it and thinking about it. Like
It
you have to
did-
plan a match with 5 men in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like that's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Or like what was it, or 4 hours, whatever it was. Like that's not a lot of time. So like yeah, that was more of a spot fest, but
Mhm.
it kind of had to be.
And that kind of comes with the territory anyway.
Also,
when you're dealing with like a
multi-person matches,
fatal
yeah.
4-way, 5, anything like that. It's just the nature of the beast because you can't have 6 guys or 5 guys wrestling each other all at
exactly.
the same time.
Yeah,
So, but I guess with that, let's get into it.
yeah, let's get into it.
Day one.
Day one.
Day one.
You did pretty well on
Yeah.
the scoreboard there.
Yeah.
I didn't do so hot.
Yep.
What did I get wrong? I got the Usos wrong.
Usos were wrong.
Is that it? No.
Nope.
Definitely. I took Big E,
and
which would have been right.
And in fairness, I said we could just not count this.
Yeah, no,
and then
I want to stick with it.
He said, no, stick with it, pick somebody. And I said, okay, Brock's winning.
Yeah.
So that counts.
I was like, no way.
That was on the Instagram Live, so make sure you guys stick around for that.
Yeah. And then I lost something else. I don't remember what it was.
Was it,
I really don't remember.
It wasn't the women, because
we both took Becky. It wasn't anything super important. Oh, we both lost on Miz. We both took the Miz.
Yeah, yep.
That might have been the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Shame. Damn shame.
That was one of the worst matches.
Yeah, that match was, like, surprisingly awful.
Yeah, let's start with that, because that one, no title.
Surprisingly awful.
You get the Miz, you get Edge. Mm-hmm. Two guys that could work.
Yeah,
two guys that traditionally put on at least good matches, but a lot of time great matches.
Yeah, bare minimum good match.
And putting them together, you would expect, like, all right, we're going to get something worthwhile, something worth watching. I could not have been more disappointed.
Yeah, it was awful.
Like, I don't know.
I would go as far as say it was awful.
Yeah, it was the worst match on the card.
By far.
By far.
Yeah.
It was the low point of the night. It was the low point of actually this week in wrestling.
100%.
Like, New Year's Evil and Day 1, this was probably the worst match.
For sure.
So, I don't expect it getting better. Adding Beth.
Happy, or I was going to say grateful, but I said happy, and I said howful. Happy that this is not going to WrestleMania.
Yes, this being done at Royal Rumble is perfect.
Perfect.
Get it done.
Yes.
Because with how bad that first match was, I am not interested in seeing this continue.
Second. I don't even want to see a second, let alone a third.
Right. And now that the feud is kind of the feud, maybe we get a couple segments before Royal Rumble, but they could just move on.
Yeah, just end it. Yeah. Just pack it in and move it on.
They could just have the match.
The only good thing about this is the Edge is not in the Rumble.
Yeah. Well, you don't say that. Don't say that.
I hope that means Edge is not in the Rumble.
Do not say that. Because I could very easily see this match not opening.
I think Beth will for sure be in the Rumble.
Well, they don't have the women.
They don't have. That's what I'm saying. They don't have the roster for it.
Yeah, but Edge. If I was a betting man, Edge is in the Royal Rumble.
That's a good point. It's an excellent point.
Because he's gonna win at Royal Rumble against Miz and Maurice.
It's a great couple,
obviously. And then when the men's main event is the Royal Rumble, or the co-main event.
Depends on what Roman does.
Then, with that, Edge will be in it.
Yeah,
as long as the Royal Rumble does not go on before Edge's match, which I don't see in any world.
How funny would that be? If he's just on and then fights the Miz?
Yeah, I don't see in any world that happening.
No shot. That's gonna open the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, that's that.
It depends on what happens with Roman, because now I really don't know what happens with Roman. But
I mean, we
have ideas. Yeah, but my thought was just like Bobby and Brock will probably open.
Yeah.
Because Brock doesn't like to be in the middle of the card.
And then the winner or loser, the loser of that match could very easily also be in the Rumble.
100%.
And then, I guess let's just jump ahead, right?
Okay. We didn't have much more to say about Miz and
Let's just jump ahead to the Fatal 5-Way real quick.
Sure.
So,
really good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. Quick, maybe 10 minutes.
For taking in all the factors, obviously, it was 10 minutes and it was spots. It was F5s and spears and this and that.
But nobody looked bad.
Nobody looked bad at all.
Not a single person
Everybody looked really good. Bobby looked really strong.
Yeah.
Brock was Brock.
And I think the most important thing is your goal was to keep the top three guys strong. Big E, Bobby, and Brock. Not my top three guys. Just, what they said is the top three. And they did that.
Yeah.
They absolutely did that. Bobby looked invincible. Mm-hmm. He looked as good as advertised. And just as an aside, Brock Lesnar is just the biggest company guy.
Yeah.
He was lights out in the freaking Hurt Lock.
Yeah.
He was not even fighting it. He was limp, head down, and then but for the grace of Big E, Brock Lesnar was down for the
And
game.
I like that Paul acknowledges that. I like this isn't I like this Paul is kind of advocating for Lesnar, but is also kind of pretty honest about stuff. He's like, yeah, you probably weren't getting out of that, dude.
Yeah.
You're probably done. That was it for you.
And that's big. It matters because that puts Lashley to the freaking moon.
Yeah.
But Big E breaks that up. Big E gets F5. Boom. Done. 1, 2, 3. Brock's the man. Brock gets an enormous pop.
Yeah.
Clearly, it was time to get the belt off Big E. I don't know if I would have went with Brock necessarily,
No,
but clearly the crowd was ready for a new champion. Fast forward, you get Monday Night Raw's Fatal 4-Way, which is the original advertised title match. Bobby Lashley wins. So we got Lashley and Lesnar now going into the Rumble.
I wish Big E would have won.
Yes.
100%.
And not pinned Bobby, obviously.
No, he could have pinned like anyone else.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
Actually, yes. Yeah. Big E. Get that rematch done out of the way.
Out of the way.
Story over.
Because now we're going to be back on that
Right.
sooner rather than later. Also, like, I feel like they're disrespecting this match a lot.
This match is...
They've said one word about it
Yeah.
after he won, and I already feel like this match is being extremely disrespected.
Yeah. They had Bobby Lashley win, which, yes, okay, I get it. Brock and Bobby.
Yeah.
It is
The money match.
A headline of headlines.
Yeah.
It should be at Mania.
This is probably, this might be crazy. This is probably the biggest match they have.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think any other combination is a bigger match right now.
No, and you can say Brock and Roman would have been bigger, but we've seen it before.
We've seen it before.
Brock and Bobby is the biggest
match. This is a 15-year crash course.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But they do this at Mania, whatever. They do it at Rumble, whatever. Bobby wins immediately. Tell Roman I'll see him on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Are you not even remotely concerned with the Almighty?
Yeah.
The guy who was freaking putting your lights out?
Who beat you?
He put your lights out at day one,
yeah.
and you have to face him again in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Not even scared? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
The one thing, maybe this is me reading a little too deep. I feel like Bobby almost broke character in the ring. I feel like he was like, I know he's trying to be like the Almighty. He looked like he was like really excited. I feel like this is a match he's wanted for a really, really long time.
Well, I mean, he said it when he came back. He was coming back to wrestle Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And it took him 2.5 years, but we got there.
But I'm just saying, like, he looked like genuinely really excited.
He should be.
Yeah.
This is the biggest match of Bobby's career, too.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he was champion. He beat Drew. That's all good and fine. He had a great reign as champion, one of my favorite in recent memory.
Yeah.
But
this is
Brock
the
Lesnar.
one. This is
it's
the
Brock
one.
Lesnar.
Yeah.
You're only person on the entire WWE roster that people view as an equal to you is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
The only person people even consider as being like superior athletically, physically is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And now you're getting the chance to go with an all-time great performer and great athlete in Brock Lesnar. Like, no, go ahead.
I mean, Brock might do a job for him too.
And he might, because that's the kind of person Brock is.
100%.
But this should have main evented WrestleMania.
Yes, 100%. And I hope somehow we weave our way there where this match doesn't happen in whatever capacity that looks like.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not what it looks like we're going for here.
No.
But I hope we find a way to sneak this match to Mania instead.
Yes. So this is why it's so confusing, and this is how we open the show that WWE backed themselves into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want Bobby Lashley to be champion.
Yes.
But if you beat Brock clean at Royal Rumble, Brock should not just go face Roman.
100%.
But if Brock beats Bobby, Bobby goes back down, and he's no longer the number one contender.
Yeah.
So spitballing, trying to like see how this timeline could play out. It's, well, Roman interferes at the Rumble, Bobby, or whatever, doesn't matter who wins, DQ, and then no title change, triple threat.
I would be very disappointed.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think out loud.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But let me just play this through 1 second. So if you get to WrestleMania and it's a triple threat, it's got to be a winner take all. But then, what does the Royal Rumble matter at all?
At all.
Because the winner gets a guaranteed title shot, but that wouldn't happen because now all the parties are already tied up. In fact, even if... Hold on 1 second.
Sorry.
Even if they just do Brock and Roman at Mania, they still don't get a guaranteed title match. So I don't understand. But go ahead.
Unless, and I mean, this was hinted at last year. It didn't happen, but it was hinted at. You could force Roman to defend twice. This is the only good thing about two-night Manias, is that it does open the door a little bit for these unique kind of opportunities.
Especially one like this.
Yeah.
And then, guess what? The story kind of like...
Or you have Brock fight twice.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Either way. Doesn't matter, whichever champion.
Yeah.
And then, guess what? if you lose once, you get the excuse I wasn't ready, or I was looking ahead, or I was tired from the night before.
No matter what happens, which night you lose, you have an excuse.
Even if you lose both, you have an excuse, and you're still the next man up because you have a legitimate excuse. Like, I had to fight twice. I'm
focusing on two legitimate contenders at once. Like, what the hell?
So that could work.
My thing is, I think we're gonna get Bobby and Brock at Mania.
I hope so.
I think it might be the second time, but because I think we're getting Drew and Roman.
Ideally, what would happen is that somehow this match doesn't go on at Rumble.
No, we're not getting Drew and Roman.
No, we're not. Because
reports are Drew's hurt.
Oh, that's not good.
Reports are, from what I saw, again, this could be dirt sheet, I don't know, but apparently Drew's been having neck problems, and they've been like pressing him to go get it looked at.
And he finally did?
No, I don't know if he did, but I think that spot at day one was time off for him to make sure everything's good.
Oh, boy. Well, I hope he's not hurt.
Yeah, but apparently that's a possibility that was being talked about. I think it was Meltzer who said it, so, I mean, dude, that's probably relatively reliable.
One, I am a big Drew McIntyre fan, so obviously I don't want him to be hurt.
And I don't even like him that much, but he's an asset.
And I was about to say, too, you can't afford to not have Drew McIntyre right now.
No, you need him.
You take away Roman, and then
SmackDown's Raw.
It's Drew McIntyre. And then
the only... well, here's the thing. You could have Seth win the Rumble.
I do not hate that at all.
You could finally get Seth and Roman.
And I would be cool with it. I would love that.
The thing is, I have no idea who's winning the Rumble. No. I have no idea.
No clue. I also still think that despite all of these things we're talking about right now, they're still doing Brock and Roman at Mania. Do
you think Bobby just beats him?
Maybe it's Roman's music hits, and then he gets caught in the Hurt Lock at Rumble. And then then it's like, you know what? I don't even care about that title. I want Roman. And then, okay, story wrote itself.
I guess, yeah.
Do I like that?
No.
But that frees up the title.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I don't know.
They've really backed themselves into it. Tomorrow is going to be like very insightful.
Yeah, to see how SmackDown plays out with the interaction between Roman and Brock, which to have him say that right after Bobby won was just like, eh.
Yeah. The one thing that I had talked about quickly before the podcast, but I thought would be an interesting way to look at things, but again, it still kind of writes you into a corner, is if you have Brock, with his now WWE champion, come out and, Roman's acting like, all right, now he's not my problem, he's on Raw, whatever, he's not my problem anymore. But you could have Brock be like, well, the contract that I signed said I get a Universal Championship match. Mm-hmm. And then do something with that. You could have Brock fight twice at the Rumble.
Yeah. Have Brock fight everything at the Rumble.
Have
be
Brock,
in the Rumble.
You can have Brock open and close the show.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know what the plan is for that or anything like that. Because then even if it's kind of like, do you remember when Seth was double champ?
Yeah.
And then he fought Cena and lost and then beat Sting?
Yeah.
It'd be something similar like that where I feel like he could lose to Bobby and then maybe like beat Roman at the end.
So just maybe championship swap,
something like that. I mean, I don't love it.
The thing is,
but it's the only like.
The thing is, he would have to lose to Bobby then.
Yes.
Because I don't see them with Raw and SmackDown being on Fox and USA unless
they're not going to unify the belts.
Exactly. They're not going to unify.
It would have to be lose to Bobby, win to Roman, or lose twice.
Yeah.
Which
seems unlikely.
Very unlikely.
Or, like we said, which isn't the best story, you lose both, but you have the excuse for Roman and Bobby, whichever way you want to go.
See, and this is I think this is a bigger problem with WWE and about how like poor they are at looking ahead and rushing the things they do.
They are short-term.
You know what would be massively helpful in a situation like this? The Money in the Bank contract.
Yeah. Instead of it being
wonders for this right now.
Yeah.
Because then you could just throw the entire story on its head.
Yeah.
But you wasted it.
On Big E.
No, I don't think...
Who we always knew was going to win.
No, I don't think it was wasted on Big E. I think it was wasted in the way it was cashed in.
Yeah.
I think he was fine.
Yeah.
I think I would have been way more excited if he'd come out and beat Brock. If he showed up to Rumble with the briefcase and beat Brock, I would have gone crazy.
And what did he have when he cashed in? Another 7 months with with the case? Like, he could have held it forever.
And I mean, this is... And Nikki cashed in the next day.
Yeah, and they should have been in no rush to take the belt off Bobby
at the time.
So,
I mean, that's not, like... they never look ahead, and they really gotta.
No.
It's starting to bite them a little
And
bit.
then, like, even if you don't go that far back,
Yeah.
even if you don't, you just booked too short term because Roman got hurt.
Yeah.
Well, not hurt, he got sick. So, like, you changed the trajectory of your flagship show
Yeah.
because Roman got sick.
Yeah.
You didn't need Brock to win. Putting Brock in the match and then having someone else win was fine.
Yeah.
Brock didn't even have to address that ever again.
Yeah.
I was happy with the result. It was exciting, and that's exactly why they do it. Because
Yeah.
at the time you pop, everybody's like, "Yeah, Brock Lesnar's
Yeah.
champion."
And then you sit down and think about it, like, well, this
And yeah,
isn't
it
good.
doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
It got the reaction you wanted, but it doesn't make it right. So I don't know
And-
how they're gonna book out of this.
Honestly, like, even if you're gonna have, like, let's say you're gonna, I know there's reports of, like, Seth was supposed to win or Big E was supposed to win. In a situation like that, I know it's, like, crappy and it's predictable. Just retain your belt. Just retain your belt and then figure out a plan. You have the entire next day to write a story.
Or if your plan was right, for instance, it was Seth.
Yeah.
Like, you have that spot where the match ended, and then instead of having Brock get out of the big ending, he gets big ending and he gets curb stomped in the pin. Big E
Yeah.
gets curb stomped in the pin,
Yeah.
and then there you go.
Yeah,
Problem
there you go.
solved.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone looks strong.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're gonna have a hard time booking out of this. I don't foresee it happening in a result that makes anyone happy.
The one thing I did, I was watching Raw with my brother, and he brought this up. He doesn't really watch wrestling at all, but like it's one of those things where it's one of those things where it's insulting to the audience kind of moments,
Yeah.
and I didn't really think about it until he said it, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. You know, like Seth and Kevin Owens, like their whole big deal was like, oh, we're gonna like win together, blah 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 blah. Remember when Bobby went through the barricade and they put Big E to the table? Get in the ring and let one of them pin the other.
Yeah, if we're gonna win together.
If we're gonna win together, just let me pin you.
Yeah. Or, yeah. No.
Literally,
you're right.
just let me pin
Yeah.
you. Why do we have to pin Big E or Bobby? That doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. That's one of the things where it's like,
Because still only one you could be champion, so you would have
Yeah.
had to decide anyway.
yeah, and you weren't breaking up pins for each other.
No.
So that means you really didn't care.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just one of those things where when you really start to sit down and think about it, it's like that's kind of bad. Like, how did no one think about
Yeah.
this?
I mean, we could probably spend another hour trying to digest
100%,
what they're gonna do.
100%.
So let's just
Let's move on.
Becky and Liv.
I mean, it was all right. It was pretty good.
Yeah. So the match was
The
fine.
match was fine. I had no issues.
The result is as expected.
100% should have been.
And
And then Raw.
I was about to say, just like the Fatal 5-Way, like Raw, that the
They can't help
outcome
themselves.
is not. Yeah, it's.
They just can't help themselves.
Why are you going right back to the well?
Yeah.
She lost both title matches.
Yeah. She
Clean-
lost
like,
2 times.
Yeah. You want to call it clean? You want to call it a gimmick roll
You
up?
lost twice.
You lost both times. It's over.
When you lose to a gimmick roll up, you get another chance.
Right.
One more chance.
Yeah.
You don't get a second chance.
If you lose
A
to a
third
gimmick
chance.
roll up every time, you still don't get another chance.
No,
if
that's
she
it.
just kept doing it, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Like you keep falling for it. You
Yeah.
keep getting caught in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of these things where you had something good. It was exciting. She's not ready to be champion over Becky Lynch.
No, she's not. She's not good enough on the mic.
No, she's not. And we all like Liv, and we all know that Liv has the potential to be very good.
Yes.
But she's not ready to be champion when you have someone
Not
like
at all.
Becky Lynch
No,
there
not at all.
that's carrying the division,
Yeah.
that is, like, the man. So, move on.
Yeah.
It's good to have her feud with these people. Okay, it's good to have that. Have her on a winning streak against lesser opponents. Have her fight Nikki Ash. Have her wrestle Rhea Ripley. Like, credible victories, but without fighting Becky Lynch again.
I think, actually, now that you say that, and this is maybe a bit of a hot take, I think that's the Mania match I want for Raw, is Becky and Rhea Ripley.
I don't think we're going to get there. I don't think there's enough time.
I think there's plenty of time.
I think that they're
I think Rhea could win the Rumble.
maybe.
She was close last year. She was second.
I think the winner of the Rumble is going to be a return. I think it's going to be like Lacey or Bailey or something.
Oh, that's true. Or a call-up, maybe.
Yeah, or
I doubt a
Asuka.
call-up. Could be Asuka.
So we have 3 like
yeah, that's
looming
that's
returns.
a very
so
good
I
point.
think they win.
2 of those will be SmackDown.
Yeah. So I also think that
Asuka would be Becky. Asuka and Becky probably is the money match.
Yeah.
Just because there's
But-
a lot of story.
if I'm being honest, I see this playing out where Bianca gets the title back at Mania.
I hope not.
But
No, 100%. You're 100%
Yeah.
right. 100% right.
and Raw is just kind of like affirming that pre like that assumption that I have. And like,
Yeah.
sure, it's a lot of time. It's 3.5, almost 4 months before Mania, but does that ever matter?
No.
Have they ever cared about that?
Never. Not a single time.
No. So
Yeah.
that's that.
Yeah.
Liv is
Women's division needs help.
a lot.
They need Bayley back bad. They need Asuka back bad.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of...
Alexa Bliss coming back is huge.
Yep.
Huge for them.
Yeah, maybe she'll be the Mania match, actually.
She fought Becky.
So?
Again?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess so.
Return.
No. She fought Charlotte
Mhm.
on Raw. Not Becky.
Okay, yeah.
That could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they have options.
They
I
do.
know their roster's limited, but they do have options on both brands, honestly.
So, for the women's division, it's like they have recognizable names and good talent at the top. They just don't do anything for the mid-card feud at all.
And,
But,
it's tough, because, I get it. Like, they probably have, 10 women that are continually on TV in the women's division.
Yes.
This is going to sound bad, but that's kind of enough. It's not enough for a Royal Rumble.
No, but it is because...
For, a weekly television, you're
What do
not
you-
getting more than say what you will, but you're not getting more than 2 to 3 seconds out of the women.
Mhm.
On a 2 to 3 hour show, 2 or 3 segments is
And
close to or just below half the time.
Exactly.
So you don't need that many. It's not and also since there's no really mid card belts for the women,
you
other
can't
than the
have a
tag
mid-card
belts.
feud all the time.
Yeah.
And
So sometimes you just have to
just go with
do
it, yeah.
other things. So
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what else to say about that. If they go with Liv again, if she's the one that comes out of this feud with Bianca as...
I can see this as triple threat too, as Royal Rumble.
I'm sure. And
Yeah.
then they're going to both have to be in the Rumble because they have 20 people.
Yes.
But that's just... It's neither here nor there, but if Liv is the one that comes out on top, it's just...
Shame.
It's a shame. They
It's a
can't...
shame.
And it's not a slight at Liv. You just can't
No,
keep
not at all.
doing it.
Yeah.
RK Bro retained.
Yep.
Uh,
Usos retained.
Usos retained.
Yeah.
Are we
Was
missing anything else?
I feel like we
from that?
definitely
Oh,
are.
just Drew, you touched on. I think that's
Drew. Yeah. Yeah. Rich Holland got his nose.
broken. The guy
Snapped in.
just can't
Yeah.
catch a break.
Yeah, it's tough. And
It's
you can't
not
even blame Ricochet.
No, it's not Ricochet's fault. It happens.
Yeah,
And
it's just one
the
of those
worst
things
part
that-
is it was his elbow or whatever, right?
His knee.
Oh, his
he
knee.
kicked, No, he kicked him and
He
then
landed
landed
straight
on
on
him
him.
with his knee.
Oh, okay.
He his leg came down and he hit him right in the nose and then his knee finished on the
Yeah,
land. So
okay.
he just it was one of the things where he just just happened to catch him
Jumped a
clean.
little too
Yeah.
close. Yeah. All right.
So unfortunate, but he'll be fine.
All right.
And then Sheamus just beat 2 people.
Yeah,
That's
Sheamus
so
just going
funny.
over clean.
Just beats 2 people.
Dominant performance from
Yeah.
Sheamus.
Sheamus is good, man. He's good. Let him beat
Indeed.
Shinsuke.
Indeed.
I'm here for that.
Yes.
That's pretty much day 1.
That is day 1. Raw was less than entertaining after day 1. We talked about Bobby winning. That's pretty much all that.
And without Roman, I just realized none of the SmackDown championships were defended except the tag belts.
Yeah.
It was basically a Raw pay-per-view.
And the Usos represent.
Yeah. We the
Um,
ones.
But yeah, so,
Will they debut a new shirt now that Paul's a traitor?
They have to. Got to get Paul off the shirt.
That's why I think they should do a Bloodline shirt, which is an X. on
Yeah,
Paul.
that'd be fun.
That'd be funny. That'd
Yeah.
be really good.
Um,
New Year's Evil was good.
yeah, there's nothing right. I'm not missing anything from Raw. It wasn't good.
Nah, Raw was okay.
It's really upsetting or concerning, rather, to be a fan and the only segments that are good are the opening and the closing segment.
The opening segment wasn't even that good.
That's
Oh,
what
it was
I'm saying.
Brock. It was Brock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
it was good. No, it was good.
But,
The closing was good. The women were okay.
It's concerning.
Just a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
The
So-
rest of the show was bad.
It's a 3-hour show.
The rest of the show was legitimately bad.
And we could... you got to watch the short Hulu version, like you said,
It's
because
horrible.
it is
It's just really bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Damian Priest was on. What the heck is he doing?
And okay, WWE has dug themselves in yet another hole with this the Damien thing. If I see one more WWE caption on Instagram saying he was able to contain the Damien in him, I'm going to lose my mind. It's not funny.
No, it's awful.
It does
It's
not
horrific.
work. It's not a demon. It's not even close enough to
Yeah.
demon for
Yeah.
it's Damien. It's Damien.
It's just a
Priest.
name.
Just
It's just his name.
That's it.
It's
Just
all
move on.
Yeah.
Get over it. Go back to the Archer of Infamy. It's not too late.
No, it's not. Yeah,
What?
it's really bad.
All
It's
right.
really bad.
Okay, that's it. Sorry, had to get that off my chest. Day 1. Oh, not day 1. Look
New
at me.
Year's Evil.
I'm all flustered.
I feel
now.
like New Year's Evil felt like like there was nothing on it. I felt
Okay.
like.
I was much more excited for New Year's Evil the week before. And then some reason the show started and I just was like not into it.
Really?
Yeah, very
Interesting.
weird, right?
I thought the middle was a little slow.
It started with what should have been the best match on
I
the
thought
card.
personally, I thought it was.
And I
thought it was the best match on the card.
I think it was second for me. Yeah, I'm going to go with second.
Okay, I think it was I definitely think it was the best match on the card.
Okay.
Because I think for sure this main event wasn't as good as their first one.
I disagree, but you
Okay.
know. First match, Roddy and Carmelo.
Yeah, I mean, you got what you expect.
Two athletic guys that delivered. That was a scary spot off the top rope. I did not think...
I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, it did not look like Carmelo got through all the way. Obviously, that's because Roddy was, in the way blocking him, so you couldn't see it. Good to see that it worked out.
Good to see that he is an insane athlete.
Yeah, insane athlete.
Yeah, because
Very much.
anyone else is on their neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing I switched because that was...
Yeah, talked you into
yeah,
it. Yeah,
easiest lock of the week.
that is an absolute lock.
Was Carmelo Hayes.
100% a lock.
He's good, man.
He is very
it's
good.
a shame that the cruiserweight title's getting,
Yeah,
done.
yes and no. Yes and no.
It has its place. And maybe
I get it.
Maybe its place isn't on NXT.
I think that's the problem.
Maybe its place is.
But at the
Raw or
same time,
SmackDown.
like, are we just going to put more meaningless titles on the main card?
But is it meaningless if you get your?
It was.
Yeah, no,
it was
it was.
on the main roster.
But
that's
if
the
they
thing.
booked it where it was like, if a guy like Roddy, for instance, or a faction like Diamond Mine on the main roster had it, it would hold weight.
100%.
Like, it would matter.
No, 100%.
So,
But I mean, that's the always thing. It's the person that makes the title, not the other way around.
Exactly. And there's not room for 3 titles on NXT. There's
No,
just
there's
not.
not. There's
Because
not
that
enough
means
time.
every feud is a title.
Because then
feud.
there's really 5 titles.
Yeah, because you got the women, the tag, and you got
Yeah.
the 2 men's. Yeah.
Oh, and the other women's tag are 6 titles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there's not enough room for that.
there's really no space. But
The only reason there is a little bit of space is because they don't do the monthly pay-per-views.
yeah, so, it
So
can build.
like they defend on regular
Yeah.
NXTs.
And it's not. Excuse me. The belts aren't defended on every pay per view either. Like,
No, they're
not
not,
every
yeah.
time is North American and.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could work, but it's good that it's not on NXT.
Yeah.
I think that it should be maybe rebirthed in a little while, let it simmer, and then, who knows?
Or some iteration of another belt.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like. I don't know. I mean, they did fine without it on
Yeah.
Black and Gold.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it was still good. They still had enough titles.
Well, I mean, Santos had it when he was on Black and Gold. Santos was.
Yeah, but it only got there towards the end of Black
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Gold.
Okay, whatever. Not important.
Because who had it before that?
Jordan Devlin, NXT UK.
Oh, so yeah, it came across
Yeah.
late. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, good match. Real good
Yeah, I
match.
thought it was very good.
I don't know what this means for Roddy and Diamond Mine. Hopefully, it doesn't mean that they're done.
No, they're definitely not done.
I mean-
I think they're just gonna. I think Roddy might take a step back a little bit and
Yeah.
kind of push the Creeds and Ivy Nile a touch.
Oh yeah, the Creeds are next man up.
100%. They're gonna win the Dusty Cup for sure.
Absolutely,
For sure.
They're my pick to win.
100%.
Yeah.
I think Ivy Nile will hopefully have more matches.
She's good.
Because she's good. I like her.
She's
She's small, but she's
very
like,
small.
It's
but
funny
she's
though
good.
because she like wrestles big.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing to see.
Let's skip ahead just for a second to talk about Von Wagner and the interaction with
Weird.
Chase. First,
So
Chase
weird.
U.
First of all, Andre Chase is the man.
Andre Chase rules.
It's my guy.
Andre Chase rules.
Also, the new student, congrats on your scholarship.
Yeah.
That guy's cool too.
Full ride.
Yeah, that guy was going crazy.
Yeah.
He's debuting eventually.
Look, Von Wagner came out. He said, "I hear all the boos. I hear all this." You're right. You do hear him.
Yeah.
You're not.
And then he said, "But once I'm in the ring, I'm your favorite wrestler," and that would just miss the mark.
It
for
missed
me.
the mark very
completely.
much so because it's not true.
It's not true. It's just not true.
And you don't like to pick on the guy, but like you gotta have the look, and Von Wagner is not doing it. He doesn't have the look.
Here's the thing, and it's really easy to be a face.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's
Well-
it's really easy to be a face. It's hard to be a good face.
Yeah.
But it is very easy to be a face.
Yeah.
You're just I'm gonna try my best and
I mean Ricochet. Ricochet does nothing.
you're
People
happy to
love
be
him.
here, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like Ricochet's thankfully a little bit further away from that
Ricochet's
now.
a freakishly
but for
good
a little,
athlete.
no, he's an
Yeah.
insanely
and,
good
and
wrestler.
a great wrestler.
But for a while he was the happy
right,
to be here
the
guy.
character is.
Yeah, he was the happy to be here
Yeah.
character. But it's really hard to be a heel.
Yeah.
It's
no, you're right.
really tough to be a heel.
Mhm.
Because if you're not a good one, you're nothing.
And it shows very easily.
Especially because of the heels that they're running with in 2.0 right now.
Who are very good.
Is Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
Is Tony D.
Grayson Waller's on the mic with AJ Styles.
Like, you're
roasting the guy in the front row.
That was the best segment in
this guy's taking a shower.
That the guy was like, what? That was really good. That was really, really good.
But
I really hope that wasn't a plant.
Yeah,
and it was just some guy in the stands. Because that's awesome.
But you're right. You got
because you're side by side with these two guys,
and,
basically.
And Tony D is doing great. And
sure, Carmelo.
And it's Pete Dunne. It's Pete Dunne.
It's Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne was a staple in NXT. He's doing promos every week.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, Carmelo.
What is he? He was the first ever Not North American. No, he's the second
NXT UK.
Second UK champ, right? Because Tyler Bate was the first one. Yeah, he's the second. He held the belt for like 400 days. Yeah. Like, it's not a slouch.
He matters.
Yeah, like he matters in the company. You have Carmelo, who's a heel, fighting Roddy, former North American champion,
going word for word with Malcolm Bivens. It's
and then you have and then you have Grayson Waller feuding with AJ Styles.
Yeah, and look,
and you're feuding with the guy in the front row in front of Chase U. You're not feuding with Andre Chase or the guy that matters in Chase University, but the guy in front of them in the section.
And look, I love Andre Chase. I have become the biggest Andre Chase guy.
He's great.
But it's not like Andre Chase is blowing people out of the water on the mic.
No, he's not.
Coming out, he's saying, this is a teachable moment. And it's funny.
Yeah.
He's not great, but he's good. He's good enough. All you have to do to feud with him is be good enough. Yeah. And maybe it's the voice. Maybe it's the look. And I hate to be this guy because Cody was very successful. Cody's still very successful. Maybe it's the lisp.
It is hard. It's hard.
It's tough to be.
You can get over it because Bailey has one a little bit. You can get over it, but it is a little tough sometimes.
And I know it's developmental, so he doesn't have to be the best heel ever.
Yeah.
But he has to be a heel, and it's tough, especially because I can't make myself care about you flipping the full ride care.
Of course not.
I can't.
Like, I don't care. He threw his flag.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, that's the thing.
We'll see how it goes, but. To bring this full circle, which how we got to Von Wagner was, what is he? Is he beefing with Ivy Nile?
That was so weird. That was so weird.
What was
like?
That?
I understand that, like, if you say something to like Malcolm or like to Roddy,
but he's
grilling Ivy Nile,
and he's
the 5'1" chick.
She's 5'1". Von Wagner's at least 6'6".
Easy 6'6".
And you're grilling her. You're 2 times.
Get out of my face! You can't even see your face.
Look, I don't know.
It was just so weird.
It was outrageous. And why are you leaving the facility through the trainer's room?
Yeah, what the hell was that? That was so weird.
It was outrageous. It was honestly, it made no sense. Like New Year's Evil was, in my opinion, an overall good show.
I thought it was good.
That was just
that
so
one
out
segment
there.
made no sense to me.
So out there.
I texted in our group chat right away. I'm like, is he feuding with Ivy Nile right now?
I think so.
Weird.
Think he is.
Really, really weird.
Okay, back to the programming, the matches.
I think next was AJ, right? AJ and Grayson.
AJ and Grayson. Good.
I like that they saved the phenomenal forearm.
Yeah.
Very good. You know, this segment. This was the typical bread and butter.
Good segment.
Face and heel segment.
That's
all it was. And it works.
It just keeps making Grayson Waller look better every week.
He's got to win. Has to win Tuesday.
He has to win.
Or some other shenanigans.
They're the main event.
Yeah. His first main event. Grayson Waller's first main event.
With AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
You think the company likes you?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. I wonder why AJ's doing this. And I don't mean to say that like Grayson Waller doesn't deserve to be working. But like,
you were just with Omos in a title picture.
It is a weird that they were just like, oh yeah, you're going to be on NXT for a little bit.
Maybe he wanted to, and then they were just like, well, we got this guy.
But I also think, I get it, like 2.0, you're developing talent. But like, I'm interested to see like how that played out. They were like, all right, we're going to do something with Grayson. They're like, what about AJ Styles? Like, how did that get stuck to the wall?
Who proposed AJ Styles, yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's great.
I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah, me too. No, it's good.
The 6-man tag?
It was underwhelming for me. It was good. It was good wrestling.
And it was just like we said. Yeah. If Walter's in the ring, he'll win. Mm-hmm. But as soon as Walter's out of the ring, RK Bro wins. Well,
MSK.
MSK Bro.
Yeah.
But, like, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a little underwhelming for me.
I-
It was good wrestling.
I agree.
The problem is I expected it to tear the house down.
I wanted to see like a singles match of Walter and Riddle.
Yeah.
I don't know, and like
I think that was the issue.
obviously
Yeah.
we weren't going to get that, but I
Yeah.
wanted to see that.
Yeah.
We might get it now though.
Yeah, now we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Walter's last match in NXT UK scheduled.
Oh,
And
really?
now he's coming.
Oh,
He's coming.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That does open a lot of doors.
Just as an aside to this match, apparently, the Shaman was initially supposed to be Jeff Hardy.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. That would have made a lot more sense.
A lot more sense than Riddle. And they
Yeah.
said that they just rushed it in with Riddle after they let Hardy go.
That's a shame.
It is.
Because you could have had, you know, you should have been.
Mm.
Should have been Edge.
Would have worked.
That would have at least,
Yeah.
been the same kind of.
Would have worked. But
Even put like Kofi or somebody in there.
yeah, I don't really get why they went with Riddle. I mean, I guess their personalities
They're
play
very
off
similar
they
characters.
play off
I
each
think
other
that was definitely the best option for just plug and go.
to make it work
Yeah.
fast. Yeah. But back to the
Because
match.
what the hell does Riddle know about tag team wrestling?
I mean, he's not a shaman of it. He just
No.
wrestles with Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Back to the match. It was good.
Yeah,
fine.
it was really good. But it's just
Probably the third best match on the card.
yeah,
Of-
yeah. No, I think that's
of
fair.
four
Of four
matches, yeah,
matches.
but-
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
The women's match was, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't get into it.
Oh, the women's match.
I think it did
Women's
everything
match.
it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Kept Raquel looking strong as ever.
I was shocked Raquel did not take the pin.
I was at first, but I think it makes more sense.
I don't.
Raquel is still the best in the ring.
Yeah.
Mandy is the smart heel,
Yeah.
and Cora Jade lost because of inexperience.
Yeah. I mean, there was no spot necessarily where I was like, damn, this match is bad.
No, it was just
I just never got like
into
fully
it. I never got
invested.
into it. Yeah.
And I don't know. The outcome is what we all expected.
No, 100%.
We all
Yeah,
said
no, we
Mandy
nailed.
should win.
We
I
nailed NXT.
thought Mandy would pin Raquel, but
I'm glad she didn't. In hindsight,
well, I only wanted it so that it was like goodbye, like goodbye.
I mean, it
Raquel.
could still be goodbye.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but it could be.
You gotta
I think she's definitely in the Rumble.
when you yeah. Maybe she wins. That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really cool.
I would love her and Charlotte would be awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, off track. But I feel like if you're leaving, you do a job for somebody. It just seems like that's the NXT way. You do jobs on the way out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also like I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's
Did you not do a job by being in the
yeah.
match?
I mean, you made everyone in the match look good.
Yeah.
And it's like I understand what you're saying about do a job, but like only if there's room for it.
yeah, you don't
You
just
don't
force,
force
it. Yeah.
them to lose
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because they're gonna lose.
And if your plan is to put her in the Rumble, you want the last showing to be
Be
like
good. And I
dominant.
think this story makes more sense.
Yeah.
Was Cora had her dead
And
to
then-
rights, and made a mistake.
got caught in the
Yeah.
sloppy roll up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And Hawkeye's watching NXT, it was pointed out to me. Cora's shoulders weren't even down.
No,
she
not
got
even
she
close.
got pulled over
not even, yeah,
so
she was
far.
on her neck.
Yeah,
no,
she's on her
she wasn't
neck.
even close. Yeah.
So,
but I mean,
but-
that's typical. Of
that's
that kind of
neither
high
here
pin.
nor
That-
there. It's just like
But I mean, like even with the crucifix pin, your shoulder's not really down.
true.
So like all those high pins on the neck are
Yeah, it's just like
yeah. Well,
whatever. It was an okay match.
Yeah.
Fine match.
yeah, it's fine. Did its job.
This feud will be the same feud moving forward.
Yes.
So
Yep.
didn't wrap anything up.
Nope, not at all. I'm surprised at no interference.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that Mandy won without Toxic Attraction.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yes.
For the
very good.
champion.
Very good.
Like, the championship means more when your champion wins.
And you're just winning.
Yeah.
By
So-
yourself. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Very good.
And I saw a tweet, I forget who it was, but it was like, talk about, like, making the most of your opportunity, like, coming down here, which would appear to be a demotion and being, like, a great champion.
100%. Yeah.
And,
no.
like,
she's been. I wouldn't call her a great
Oh, no,
champion,
no,
but
but-
she's doing her job well.
I'm not going to say that, like, in the ring, she's
No,
like,
but she's
great,
doing her
if-
job
no,
well.
but she's doing her job.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be a good heel champion and like bring a little edgier, different audience to NXT.
Yeah.
You're doing just that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, doing a good job. Can't really complain much.
now
Main event.
the main event of the evening. I wish he was wearing his other singlet.
Yeah, that was confusing to me
I
at first
didn't
as
love
well.
that he just came out with the breaker singlet on.
That was weird for me as well. I also...
It seemed like they were really going with, like, metaphorical breaking, though.
100%.
The chains,
I'm
the
like,
kick in the
look.
X.
It's funny, because you could tell by the entrances who's going to win. And the first one, you knew Ciampa was winning because he comes out dressed as Kratos.
Okay. I disagree only because Ciampa has been that kind of champion where he'll just hold the title and walk out, and he's done that a lot of times.
I don't necessarily mean by how he walks out.
Yeah.
I mean by, like, everything. He literally came out as the god of war the first time.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
And now Breaker's coming down, tearing down the black and gold, kicking the X in half.
Breaking the chains.
Literally breaking, like... I mean, if you're going to just hand him the belt before the match at that point, like, holy crap.
Yeah. And I'm glad they didn't. Because they delivered, and I maybe a little in the moment bias, but really good match. I thought
it was really good.
It was the best match on the card, in my opinion. Better, cleaner than Carmelo and Roddy. I maybe got ahead of myself. Just a touch. I said a way too early match of the year candidate.
A little early.
Well, there's only 6 days in the year, so
yeah. Well,
sue me. It's probably the second best match of the year right now. But no, it was good. It was very, very good.
I mean, I think we're getting a new title. I think the NXT title will be redesigned.
Yes.
I think they're getting rid of the entire black and gold. I think the women's title will probably end up being the same but white.
Yeah.
Because they love doing that.
Yep.
Because there's nothing that says women like the color white.
Yes, just lighten it up.
WWE. So
at least they didn't make it pink.
Yeah, they tried that already. That didn't go over well. So, I mean, the right guy won. It was time.
Oh, boy.
It was time. I'm just interested to see what happens next.
I want to know what happens to Ciampa. He gave him, the nod of approval, the send-off, what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, champ is that kind of champ. It's you beat me. You got me.
It was such a good match. That spot where he had him in the gorilla press, then reversed down into the Widow's...
that was really good. It was...
Really.
It was a little sloppy.
I was nervous.
It was sloppy, but I liked that it was sloppy.
Yeah.
Because it makes more sense.
Right.
You would not be able to hit that clean.
If it was so clean, it would be like, okay, you just choreographed this spot a bunch.
Yeah.
Like,
it looked like he really had to drag him through it. So I thought that was a really good spot.
Yeah.
I do like the callback to the botch spot.
Yeah. I like that. That at the first time he went up there, he got nervous. He was like, no, I can't. Braun is incredibly strong and athletic.
Very.
The standing backflip
was crazy.
He jumped out of the building.
Was crazy.
He's got to be like 6 foot, right?
He's probably right around 6 foot.
6 foot, 6'1".
6'1". Yeah, I don't think he's much taller than that.
No, he's not. But he's got to be like 240.
Yeah, he's probably right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane.
You're not supposed to be able to do that at 6 foot 240.
The things that he's doing are very impressive. He's holding. Ciampa weighs what, 175 pounds?
Nah, it's probably a little more than that.
195
probably
pounds.
190.
But he's just thrusting him overhead.
Yeah, just tossing. It's
and
still 200 pounds. You're
and then
he's just around.
And then he's just doing backflips.
Yeah.
The guy's nuts.
Yeah.
They found something in Braun Breaker.
100%. He is very, very good.
I mean,
I'm interested to see what's next for him.
I think, and we said it kind of with the War Games, you got your top 2 guys, you know who they are.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit more of a gap than I'm even letting on. I think Braun really is the guy.
No, Braun is the guy.
And not to say Carmelo's...
I think this is... Yeah. I'm going to compare this. I think this is similar to a Roman Seth.
Different styles.
Different styles.
Yeah.
I feel like Melo's the guy you go to if you're like, hey, we need a good match out of you.
Yeah.
Melo's the guy you go to. But if you want the aura, I feel like you go to Braun.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right too, because even the music for Braun, it hits and you're just like, oh, okay.
Roman's great right now.
Yeah.
But if you're like, hey, I need one really good match, I'm still probably taking Seth.
Yeah. That's fair. Although at the instant moment, I don't know, because Roman's been tearing the house down.
But
I get,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Back in the day, absolutely.
Yeah. Up until the last year, it's been, we need somebody. All right, here's throw Seth in.
It will be interesting to see what comes next.
Yeah.
Is it going to be what we said, where it's the A champion and,
Breaker,
yeah, because Carmelo with the whole gimmick is I'm the A champion. Maybe they try to make Carmelo collect all the belts.
I mean, I don't even think it has to be a unification match.
No, just have him fight it out.
Let him go, yeah. But I don't know, we'll see.
after the cameras went off the air, very cool move for NXT.
That was cool.
Had Rick Steiner come out, celebrate in the ring with Braun.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool.
For those that don't know or didn't know, Braun Breaker is actually Bronson Rex Steiner, Rick Steiner's son.
Yes.
So, very cool. I don't know.
That's cool. That's good on them.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
And to think that Braun was at an NFL training camp, 3 years ago to this?
It's quick. It's a quick turnaround.
He's polished, man. He's good.
Yeah.
He's very good.
That's the thing with a lot of these guys. A lot of quick turnarounds.
And he's crushing the mic for people that don't talk. He's a football guy. Yeah. And now he's out here and he's cutting promos that are good, believable, entertaining promos.
I think being a football guy kind of benefits his character because he's just just an aggressive.
Yeah.
He's the hungry dog.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And that works because that is kind of that football mentality.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I got nothing but good things to say about this NXT 2.0
NXT 2.0 is good, man. They're all good.
It's like
all of them are good.
Every time a cut happens, every time you look back on who was here and who's no longer here, it's like, yeah, that sucks, man. I missed this wrestler, I missed that wrestler, but
if they do like a real recycling thing and fill these guys in within the next year, 2 years, it's a good roster.
It's funny. And just to wrap up the show so we don't run too long. It's like they just did Ruthless Aggression Season 2.
Yeah.
And you see it. Batista, Brock, Shelton Benjamin, Cena, Orton.
We'll never see anything like that
never
ever
again.
But this is a good class.
You got a good 4.
You have a real good class.
And it's way too soon. I'm not calling, Grayson Waller, Randy Orton. I'm not doing that.
No.
But I am saying that you got potential here.
Yeah, no, they're all really good.
You got 2 top guys at least.
If I would honestly compare Braun to Randy. Just like the lineage, the age, all that kind of this is our
even
guy.
the athleticism.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
Very similar trajectories for those two.
It's good, man. I like what they got going. Carmelo Hayes, kind of just like Shelton Benjamin, sick athlete, strong, personable, marketable.
Yeah,
it's good. Brock, you got Braun, like we said, he kind of ties in. It's like he's a combo of a lot of the guys.
Yeah, Brock's just a freak.
Brock's his
a
own
whole
guy.
nother monster.
And Batista's his own guy. So I'm not trying to draw these comparisons, but
there are similarities.
When you have a group of 4, the
and
war
you can extend it.
Yeah, no, you can.
It's the 4, but there's 6 to 7.
You got the War Games team, really. Yeah. So you got Tony D, Braun, Carmelo, and Grayson Waller. It's if you told me that those 4 guys are the next year of NXT 2.0 and then they're going to SmackDown, let's see it.
And then I understand not all of them are singles, and we'll wrap up quick. But you still have the Creeds.
The Creeds,
You
giants.
still have people like that that are filling in behind as well that are still good. Chase isn't the best overall.
No, but he's
good. Filling in behind.
You need
I know he's not in this class. Cameron Grimes is only 27.
Cameron Grimes is young.
He's still filling in. I think he's next for Carmelo.
That's probably true. And then you have Santos, who's just hanging out.
Santos isn't that old.
Yeah,
Zion Quinn is pretty good.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa is really good.
Solo is very good.
They have a lot of people coming through that are gonna be really good.
It's an exciting time,
yeah.
I know a lot of people are having a hard time getting over the cuts, the releases.
It's hard to see your favorite wrestlers leave. That's all it is. It's hard. Hard.
It does suck, but you got a lot to be
excited,
hopeful for. Yeah. Cool.
All right, guys.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Always.
Appreciate you guys.
It goes fast, man. You start talking wrestling and it's just an hour.
And then look down, it's an hour.
Yeah. But thanks for hanging out. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Again, everything down below in the description.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Please comment. We had a lot of comments in the last one.
Yeah, get involved.
So keep interacting. We appreciate that a lot. We always love responding.
Don't forget the Rumble boxes.
On Instagram. Yes.
RestHold_pod.
Yep.
We have Royal Rumble boxes ready to go. We already sold a bunch of them, so get in before they're gone.
Yes.
We're 3 weeks away from being on the road to WrestleMania.
Yes, we are.
Exciting
We're
times.
Almost there.
Exciting times.
All right, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.